Luton Town have finally won under Jack Wilshere, and I say finally because it's only been 2 games, but it's been so early and, almost a reward this week. And if anyone has watched my content this week, I've been invited with other content creators down to the ground. The club has sort of changed around and put in some extra bits of effort to try and help include more people, get the fans on board. And I think that's a huge reward for obviously what's happened and, a brilliant start for Jack because the amount of effort that he's saying he's going into in the last 10 days to try and turn around his confidence. And, even the game today and Mansfield, for instance, the first half of Mansfield, we said they looked really good, and then all of a sudden they scored the goal, Mansfield, and then the head went down and it went opposite way. Today, we looked really dominant and we looked obviously attacking. We were going down the wing. We were trying to get the ball in. Nahki Wells had I'm going to call it a sitter because it's a 6-yard box. Should have scored it and he didn't. Obviously, Clark had a brilliant curling shot also headed off as well. But we were just sort of saying, obviously I wasn't there because I'm on holiday at the moment, but my dad and I were sitting there and I had a few texts from people that were in the ground being like, we're dominant, we look really good again, when are Northampton going to score? And that's kind of the story of the season so far. However, when Izzy Jones come on, and brilliant to see Izzy Jones back because obviously he's been out since the summer, and he come down that left-hand side and put a decent ball in, Fanny doing everything he can to try and get into that box, and finally he did get into that box, and sure enough got a little touch on that to get it in that near post. And the relief on everyone, you could see the crowd, you could see the players. The relief of that first goal is massive, and I think that's a real confidence booster for Luton and obviously the players and Jack. And look at my interview if you've watched it yet. I'm gonna post the interview separately as well, but I said to Jack, we never had an identity recently, but previously, when we were last in the league, we had an identity where we would go down the left or the right, Jack Stacey, James Justin, going down the wing, and then crossing it into James Collins, and we got 28 unbeaten in League One. And that was exactly like it was today. And Sheffield United a couple of years ago with Adebayo running down that wing just in front of all of us, and then Morris just tapping it in just in front of the keeper. Them type of goals we haven't seen for a long time, and all of a sudden today we had a perfect ball in and a great finish. And yeah, it was a massive relief because you knew then, okay, they need to score 2 to obviously lose this game. Second half, with regards to Yates coming on, obviously Yates come on and took out Clark. Hopefully he's not injured because Clark looked really good again. Yates then missed them 2 one-on-one goals. We thought, oh no, here we go, this is it. But obviously could have dinked it over the top. That's confidence, as we know. It is a confidence thing. He's in front of goal, not scored for a little while, etc. Just needs that little bit of confidence, and he'd have put that in the back of net all day long. Same as Nahki Wells. He needs to get back off. He's missed 2 penalties now. He just needs a little bit of a boost to go, gone, off you go. But anyway, just overall, I think that in general, the whole performance of everyone was fantastic. Obviously, we did drop Anderson. You could tell with Naismith and with Mengi at the back, real fighting spirit. Longwick and Bramall on the left and the right as well. Kudo just in front was fantastic as well, down that wing. I don't want to single any player out because obviously everyone was really good. I still think we could do a lot better on our corners. I think we had 7 corners, and I probably count at least 6 of them were either not beating the first man or far too over. And then all of a sudden, we had one really good one, and there was no one in the middle then. You would have said there's a perfect one, and I don't know whether people are just not ready for it or not used to that or what, but yeah, I mean, that was probably the only thing that I would say that I could pick out right this second. So, yeah, sticking on the positives, it was fantastic to see, and a real good reward for the club, for Jack and the players, to hopefully take in now to next games. I want to I know we've got a 3-game week this week again. We've got Brighton under 21s on Tuesday. If we want to continue in this tournament, we need to obviously win that one. And then we've got Forest Green Rovers in the Cup on the Friday as well. Jack wants to win every game, which is great to see. So I think we will hopefully stay strong. Hopefully some of these players that are coming back from injury might feature on Tuesday. I'm not going to be there again. However, I have booked, because I'm up north at the moment, I have booked a ticket with my dad on Monday nights. You will get a Monday night vlog, Port Vale versus Stockport. As you know, we are going to be playing Stockport away from home in a few weeks, so we'll get to see the other Hatters, and obviously chance to tick off Port Vale's ground as well before I do it with Luton Town. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I don't normally do this type of content, so I just wanted to get a little video out because I was really happy that we'd won, and I'm sure you guys are as well. Up the Hatters, and we'll see you on Monday for Port Vale.